ある事件をきっかけに霊が見えるようになった少女。
何考えてんだ。
彼女に次々と襲いかかる超常現象。世界は、そして人々の心は闇に沈んでしまうのか。
津波が来るぞ。
さよならそうつぶやいてから
その時ブッダは再びよみがえる。
Cult's propaganda and the cringe that comes with it. Once you find out that it's propaganda, it kind of ruins the luster. And today we're going to be talking about the Rebirth of Buddha, based on the book of the same name, written by the creator of the Happy Science Group, one of the biggest cults in Japan and most of the Asian countries. I thought to do it outside of the Church of Scientology here in Ireland. So, the Rebirth of Buddha involves Sayoko, who's trying to be an aspiring journalist that, like her father's best friend, who ends up committing suicide due to a claim for a false story. Ever since then, she's been able to see spirits. And with that, her investigative abilities send her down a path investigating the year of the rebirth of Buddha. So the good guys involving Sarano, a mysterious leader who claims to be the reincarnation of Buddha, and Ashido, who also claims quite publicly that he is the reincarnation of Buddha. It's kind of a weird thing seeing sort of a situation on this side, including like two other people, one a very famous local news reporter, and two, a Australian spiritualist whose hands glow. I'm not too quite familiar with Australians. I did ask Anime America their thoughts on do Australians' hands glow, and they said maybe in the outback. So here's a shout out to you, Robin, for providing me that information on this particular case. So the evil reincarnation Buddhist group possesses Sayoko's child in this weird sort of giving him a tumor and put him in a coma at the same time. And Serrano and his group cure him quite quickly. It goes from solving the younger brother's medical condition and putting him in a coma to a battle on a spiritual level in a baseball field where a giant elephant just appears out of nowhere. Is the show or the film actually worth it? Well, at the time that this was released, it was released in 12 different versions back in 2009. In a year when Bleach and Naruto and a lot of the big Shonen Jump properties were really bound. And Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was out on TV. It kind of fell underneath the radar, and it's really sort of popping up nowadays. They did have a lot of good group of counselors in Japan at the time, but now they claim that they had a cure for the coronavirus, pushing out DVDs for the corona cure. There's thousands of different centers all around the world, one involving in the UK and a few over in the US, including in New York and Los Angeles. It's kind of a strange thing unless you're really into finding out what this group is really about, because there has been actors and people that have just completely quit their careers due to this religious group. If you want to laugh at some cringe, and especially the fact that this is done by Studio Toei, have distributed this film, it's interesting looking into the path of this. Okay?
My beloved disciples, my heart is full of joy to see you again in this life. My heart is full of joy to see you again in this life. I promised you that I would be reborn in the days of the terminal Dharma, that I shall be reborn in this age and devote my life to build a Buddha land with you. I promised you all that I would descend to Earth in the days of the terminal Dharma to preach a new law. This age calls to me, and it calls to you. My eternal disciples, believe in my voice. Awaken to my words. My disciples, follow my lead. Follow my words. I am the rebirth of Buddha.